Welcome to Clune Construction's Safety 101 orientation for trade partners. My name is Saeed Al-Jara, and I am a safety director at Clune. Safety is our top priority, and this orientation introduces you to the policies, requirements, and guidelines that we adhere to for creating a secure work environment. Our safety program is not just a policy, it is our culture. We require everyone, from trade partners to Clune staff, to take personal responsibility for maintaining high safety standards and actively contribute to a hazard free workplace. Safety requirements may vary by location, such as compliance with the Injury and Illness Prevention Program, IIPP, in California or guidelines set by the NYC Department of Buildings. These regulations are essential for a safe, productive job site. Our commitment is to uphold the highest safety standards across all regions. Trade partners must adhere to Clune's safety guidelines, integrating them with their own safety programs. Safe and professional conduct is essential on all Clune construction sites. Everyone is expected to adhere to safety guidelines that promote accountability, focus, and proactive safety awareness. Key rules include: follow all site-specific rules. Use designated break areas to ensure rest is taken safely, away from active work zones. Prohibited items, such as smoking materials and earbuds, are not allowed on site to avoid distractions and maintain focus. Safety requires full attention at all times. Understand emergency procedures, including the locations of exit routes and assembly points. Preparation is critical in emergencies. Every second counts. It is also important to maintain a positive attitude towards safety and be vigilant at all times. Always report any unsafe behavior or conditions to your supervisor. By maintaining a proactive approach to safety, we can create a work environment that ensures everyone goes home safely at the end of the day. The Emergency Action Plan, or Safety Banner, is an essential safety tool for every project job site. It details key project information, emergency contacts, and crucial safety guidelines. This plan includes the nearest medical facilities, contact details for site supervisors and safety managers, and essential emergency numbers like poison control and hazardous material response. It also outlines emergency procedures such as evacuation routes, alarm signals, and assembly points. Additionally, the Safety Banner specifies safety practices including daily action plan, DAP participation, and maintaining clean work areas. Adherence to this plan ensures a coordinated and safe response to any job site emergency, keeping all workers informed and prepared. Hazard identification is vital to maintaining a safe site. A job hazard analysis is a proactive approach used to assess risks before incidents occur. By breaking down each task step by step, JHA helps recognize and mitigate potential dangers. Hazards typically fall into categories like electrical, chemical, and fall hazards. Recognizing these risks involves paying attention to details, like checking for exposed wires, understanding chemical safety data sheets, STS, and ensuring fall protection equipment is in use. Clune employs daily action plans, DAP, and weekly toolbox talks to identify and address hazards. These provide opportunities for everyone to voice concerns, stay informed, and maintain constant vigilance regarding safety risks. Remember, hazard identification is not a one-time task, it is an ongoing process. Be mindful of your surroundings, watch for changes in conditions, and always reassess potential risks. Continuous improvement in hazard management helps prevent accidents and injuries. PPE is your first line of defense against workplace hazards. Standard PPE includes hard hats, safety glasses, high visibility vests, and protective toe safety boots, steel or composite, each designed to protect you from falling objects, debris, and other job site injuries. Depending on the task, additional PPE such as respiratory or hearing protection may be required. Regularly inspect PPE for damage, as compromised equipment will not provide adequate protection. Proper use and maintenance of PPE are essential to staying safe. Always ensure that you are using the correct PPE for the task at hand. For example, gloves are necessary when handling sharp or hazardous materials, and face shields may be required when working with equipment that produces flying debris. PPE should be well fitted and comfortable, as improper use can lead to reduced effectiveness and increased risk of injury. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury on construction sites. Familiarize yourself with trigger heights, where fall protection becomes mandatory. Fall hazards are present both at ground level and elevated spaces. Ensure conditions are suitable before beginning elevated work and always use the appropriate fall protection measures. Guardrails, safety nets, and personal fall arrest systems are critical in reducing fall risks. For tasks near unprotected edges or skylights, guardrails or covers must be used to prevent accidents. Be aware of environmental factors that can increase fall risks, such as wet or icy surfaces, high winds, or unstable ground. Always assess the conditions before beginning work and communicate any concerns to your supervisor. Fall prevention is about vigilance and taking the necessary steps to secure your safety. Clune Construction employs several types of fall protection systems to ensure worker safety when working at heights. These include guardrails, safety nets, and personal fall arrest systems. Each system serves a specific purpose and must be used appropriately depending on the task and environment. Guardrails are installed at the edges of elevated work areas to provide a barrier that prevents falls. Guardrails should be used whenever possible, especially in areas where workers are exposed to open edges. Safety nets are used in areas where guardrails may not be feasible. They provide a secondary layer of protection by catching workers if they fall. Nets must be inspected regularly to ensure they are in good condition and installed correctly. PFAS. These systems include harnesses, lanyards, and anchor points. Workers must be trained in the proper use of personal fall arrest equipment, and harnesses must be worn securely to prevent injury in the event of a fall. Guardrails must be installed along the edges of elevated work areas, around floor openings, and near skylights. Guardrails should consist of a top rail, mid rail, and toe board to provide adequate protection. Warning line systems may also be used to mark off areas where fall hazards are present, particularly on roofs or other elevated surfaces. These lines serve as visual cues to keep workers away from dangerous edges. Controlled access zones are designated areas where only authorized personnel are allowed due to the presence of fall hazards. In these zones, a safety monitor may be assigned to ensure that workers follow all necessary safety protocols. The safety monitor must be attentive, have no other responsibilities, and communicate clearly with workers to prevent falls. Respecting controlled access zones and following the safety monitor's instructions is crucial for maintaining a safe environment. Skylights and roof openings present unique fall hazards that must be addressed with caution. Even if a skylight appears solid, it should always be treated as a potential fall hazard. Proper procedures must be followed to cover roof openings securely and clearly label them as hazards. Unprotected skylights and roof openings can lead to severe falls. Always assume that a skylight is fragile and that stepping on or near it could lead to an accident. Workers must be trained to recognize these hazards and take the necessary precautions. All roof openings must be covered with materials that are strong enough to support twice the intended load. Covers should be secured to prevent accidental displacement and clearly marked with warnings such as hole or opening to alert others of the potential danger. In addition to covering roof openings, guardrails or warning lines should be installed around skylights to create a visible barrier that keeps workers at a safe distance. These protective measures are crucial to prevent accidental falls through skylights or other roof openings. For safe ladder use, incorporate the 4-to-1 rule when setting up extension ladders. Place the base of the ladder 1 foot away from the wall or vertical surface for every 4 feet of ladder height. This ensures a safe and effective angle, approximately 75 degrees, for climbing and prevents the ladder from tipping or slipping during use. Extension ladders must also extend at least 3 feet above the landing point to ensure safe access. On Clune projects, podium or platform ladders are required for safety. These ladders should be placed on stable, level surfaces, and their weight capacity should never be exceeded. Using platform ladders for tasks requiring extended mobility can help prevent falls. If a regular step ladder is needed on a Clune project, a job hazard analysis and a meeting to discuss its use are mandatory. Always inspect ladders for defects before use, ensure stability, and secure them before climbing. While using ladders, maintain contact by following the 3-point rule. 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet in 1 hand to stay stable while climbing. Avoid leaning or overreaching on any type of ladder, as this can lead to a loss of balance. For tasks involving significant movement or reach, consider using scaffolding or other appropriate equipment to enhance safety. Working in excavations and trenches requires specific safety measures. Protective systems such as shoring, shielding, or sloping are necessary for trenches deeper than 5 feet. Before work begins, soil analysis is essential, and safe entry and exit points must be established. A competent person is designated to monitor trench safety, ensuring all safety protocols are strictly adhered to. Always be mindful of changing conditions, such as weather or soil stability, which can affect trench safety. Never enter an unprotected trench or excavation, and always be aware of the location of heavy machinery and potential overhead hazards. Communication between workers is crucial to ensure that everyone is aware of ongoing activities and potential risks. Electricity is a constant presence on construction sites, and safety is crucial around energized areas. Respect lockout, tagout, LOTO, procedures that secure dangerous equipment during maintenance. This process prevents accidental exposure to electrical currents. Inspect tools and equipment for damaged cords or other defects before use, and report any issues immediately. Always maintain a safe distance from electrical lines and use only insulated tools when working near electricity. Avoid using electrical equipment in wet conditions unless it is specifically rated for such use. Remember, electrical hazards are often invisible, so extra caution is required when working around potential electrical risks. Prior to any work or maintenance on electrical equipment, all equipment must be locked out and tagged out. Devices and tags should be checked for security and clarity to promote safety and effective communication across project teams. Aerial lifts, such as boom and scissor lifts, come with unique risks that require operator training and certification. Inspect lifts for stability and ground conditions before use, and always wear a safety harness when using a boom lift. Adhering to maintenance and load protocols ensures safe operation of aerial devices. Be mindful of overhead obstructions and power lines when operating aerial lifts. Always use the lift as intended. Never lean over the guardrails or use the lift to transport materials improperly. Communication between the operator and ground personnel is essential to prevent accidents and ensure safe operation. Fire safety relies on identifying risks and preparation. Understand the location of fire extinguishers and how to use them. Hot work, such as welding, requires a hot work permit and a fire watch. Following safety protocols is crucial to reducing fire risks and maintaining a safe job site. Ensure that flammable materials are stored properly and away from ignition sources. Keep fire exits clear at all times and never block access to firefighting equipment. Regularly inspect fire extinguishers to ensure they are in working order and participate in fire drills to be prepared in the event of an emergency. Hand and power tools must be used responsibly. Inspect each tool for defects before use and maintain them regularly to ensure they are safe to operate. Tools should be used only for their intended purposes, and proper storage is important to prevent misuse and hazards. Always use the appropriate PPE when operating power tools, such as gloves, safety glasses, or face shields. Be aware of your surroundings and keep others at a safe distance when using tools that produce flying debris or loud noises. Proper tool maintenance, including sharpening blades and replacing worn parts, is crucial for safe operation. Good housekeeping is vital for site safety. Clear walkways, proper material storage, and regular waste disposal help prevent slips, trips, and falls. An organized worksite is essential to creating a safer, more efficient workspace. Take the time to clean up after yourself throughout the day, not just at the end of your shift. Proper housekeeping reduces clutter, which in turn minimizes the risk of accidents. When sweeping up dust and debris, use a sweeping compound to minimize airborne particles, which can pose respiratory hazards. Ensure that tools and materials are stored securely and that waste is disposed of in designated containers. A clean site is a productive and safe site. Extreme temperatures pose significant health risks, and taking appropriate measures is crucial for safety. In hot weather, staying hydrated is essential. Drinking water regularly helps prevent heat stress. Taking breaks in shaded or cooler areas can also reduce the risk of overheating. Avoid consuming caffeine and heavy meals, as these can contribute to dehydration, and aim to schedule strenuous activities for the cooler parts of the day. Recognizing signs of heat stress, such as dizziness, nausea, or fatigue, is vital for prompt intervention. In cold conditions, wearing appropriate layers of moisture wicking clothing helps maintain body heat and keep dry. Limiting prolonged exposure to the cold is essential to avoid hypothermia or frostbite. Working in pairs allows individuals to monitor each other's condition, adding a layer of safety. Recognizing signs of cold stress, such as shivering, confusion, or numbness, can help prevent more severe health issues. Taking preventive measures like staying active can maintain body warmth and ensure safety during extreme temperatures. Ergonomics is about reducing strain on the body to prevent injuries. Use proper lifting techniques to avoid back strain and set up workstations to minimize repetitive stress. Awareness of body mechanics ensures both long-term health and safety on the job site. When lifting, keep the load close to your body, bend your knees, and avoid twisting your torso. For repetitive tasks, take short breaks to stretch and change your posture. Proper ergonomics not only prevent injuries but also improve efficiency and productivity on the job. Elevated workstations and cut stations are essential for job site safety and efficiency. Proper workstations reduce strain and improve productivity, while designated cut stations keep workflows organized and safe. Together, they ensure a well-structured, productive, and safe job site. Environmental hazards, such as chemical exposure or contaminated soil, require specific safety practices. When necessary, use respiratory protection and follow Clune's safety procedures for handling hazardous materials like asbestos, lead, or silica. Protecting respiratory health is critical to minimizing long-term risks. Always review the safety data sheets, SDS, for any chemicals you will be working with and ensure that you understand the proper handling, storage, and disposal procedures. Use ventilation systems when working in confined spaces to reduce exposure to hazardous fumes. Be proactive in identifying potential environmental hazards and take appropriate measures to mitigate them. Incident and hazard reporting are crucial to preventing future risks. Know the location of first aid kits and report unsafe conditions or near misses promptly. Quick reporting keeps everyone informed and allows for proactive measures to enhance site safety. If an incident occurs, provide as much detail as possible in your report, including the time, location, and any contributing factors. Near-miss reporting is just as important as reporting actual incidents. It helps identify potential hazards before they result in injury. Your commitment to reporting is key to maintaining a safe work environment for everyone. Mental health plays a significant role in workplace safety. Recognize signs of stress, avoid substance impairment, and reach out for support when needed. Seek resources to help manage stress and promote mental wellness, recognizing the link between mental well-being and physical safety. Take time to rest and recharge, both on and off the job. Fatigue can significantly impair your ability to work safely, so prioritize sleep and self-care. If you or a coworker are struggling, don't hesitate to seek help. A supportive work environment is a safe work environment. Workplace violence prevention is an important part of site safety. Clune's Workplace Violence Prevention Program provides guidelines for identifying and preventing threats. Report concerns immediately to maintain a respectful and secure environment. Be aware of the warning signs of potential workplace violence, such as aggressive behavior or verbal threats. Take all threats seriously and report them to your supervisor or HR department. Clune is committed to ensuring that all workers feel safe and respected, and we rely on everyone to contribute to a positive and secure workplace culture. Clune Construction is committed to maintaining a high standard of safety and respectful conduct on all job sites. To achieve this, we have outlined clear disciplinary actions for noncompliance and established a zero-tolerance policy for harassment. To ensure adherence to safety standards, Clune enforces a structured disciplinary process. Verbal warning, an initial reminder addressing non-compliance, giving an opportunity for corrective action. Written warning, a formal, documented notification outlining the violation and required corrective measures. Final warning, permanent removal from the project and potential exclusion from future Clune projects. Escalation, depending on severity, immediate progression to stricter actions may occur. Clune project team members can initiate these actions, with all cases reported to Clune's safety department for oversight. Certain behaviors pose significant risks to workplace safety and integrity, requiring immediate and decisive action. Violations such as fighting, theft, intentional property damage, or possessing weapons, drugs, or alcohol result in swift measures up to and including discharge. These rules ensure safety and accountability on site. Clune Construction fosters a workplace that is safe, inclusive, and free from harassment. Every employee must understand and comply with their responsibilities for maintaining respectful behavior. This includes refraining from any inappropriate or unwanted verbal or physical advances. Instances of harassment, including unwanted advances, should be reported promptly to a supervisor. Clune ensures confidentiality and thorough follow-up on all complaints. Reports are handled swiftly, and appropriate support is extended to those involved. Next, we're honored to share a message from our Vice President of Safety. This important message highlights our steadfast commitment to safety across all Clune projects. It's a reminder that protecting our people and creating safe environments is at the core of everything we do.
Hi, Mike Thiemanson, Vice President of Safety for Clune Construction, up here on a roof. Beautiful day out. Really what I want to talk to you about is our entire safety program that we have here at Clune, how we have a national presence, but we still want to keep it close and regionally mixed. Our safety program was built about 8 years ago, and it's been ever evolving, moving forward, doing things differently, making sure that we're keeping up with construction industry. So about that national program, one of the things is we have a whole spectrum of safety programs, safety guidelines, forms that we do nationally, but we do want to focus in on many of the different areas that we work in. In New York, we have the DOB, Department of Buildings, that we really need to work closely with. In Virginia and Maryland, we have state OSHA programs that we need to make sure that we hit those goals as well as California and Arizona, where our other offices are that have state programs as well. Otherwise, we deal with the national OSHA program. Clune has our values and behaviors. Recently, we just added safety to the top of the list of Clune values and behaviors. And one of the things that we have focused in on was PPE. Now, people may look at it and say, PPE, that's the lowest rung of the ways to keep everyone safe. You want to engineer out the hazard, and then the last thing you want to do is wear PPE. PPE is a visual reminder of ensuring that they're following the safe work practices, they have the proper tools in place, they have everything planned out before they work. And part of that is PPE to make sure that they have everything set out to be successful and to keep themselves and others safe on the project. Clune puts a huge emphasis on high-risk activity planning. We want to make sure that we're proactive at the very beginning of the project, identify those high-risk activities, and to make sure that everyone has a plan in place and everyone understands the plan as we go through the project. First thing we want to do is we want to sit down with our trade partner, develop that plan at the very beginning. Then we want to continuously monitor the plan as the project progresses to make sure that we are hitting those marks, and if anything changes, we're making those accommodations, making those changes, and communicating it out to everyone. And it goes all the way through the day of the high-risk activity, where we want to bring everyone out, sit there, talk through it with them, go through the steps to make sure everyone understands what they're required to do, what the expectations are, and how we're going to perform that work safely. We do that high-risk activity planning to make sure that everyone understands their role in maintaining safe and health work practices on the job. And the biggest thing is, if we do that on a daily basis, we do it on a weekly basis, we look out ahead proactively where these things are coming through, we'll be better prepared to mitigate those hazards and keep everyone safe working on the job. So one of our biggest programs that we rolled out this past year is our emphasis on electrical energization and how to manage that on the project. We've worked closely with commissioning agents as well as our clients to help build this program, make sure that they understand what the expectations are when they're going to work in a live electrical environment. It's important to us to make sure that everyone understands what hazards are out there, what they need to do to keep themselves safe, keep others safe while they're working in these very high-risk areas.
Now, we're excited to introduce a message from Clune's Chief Operating Officer. This message reflects our leadership's dedication to fostering a culture of safety and excellence, ensuring that every decision we make supports the well-being of our teams and partners.
So why do we consider safety one of our primary values here at Clune? It's really one of our fundamental values that we hold near and dear because it's so important to everything that we do. It's not just a box we check saying we have a safety program and we're following safety protocols. It's something we really strive to do day in and day out with all our employees, from the guys in the field, our laborers and the superintendents on the front lines, making sure our sites are safe and well organized and well planned and run. But it's also our office staff and support staff providing the field staff the proper tools and mechanics they need to make sure the jobs are safe. And it's really our whole mentality on safety. It's not what we do, it's who we are. We want it to be something that we all live and breathe because at the end of the day, our employees are what matters most to us, and safety is paramount to them all going home every day. Another reason safety is such an important value to us is how we relate it to our subcontractors and trade partners. They're really integral to the entire safety process, and if they're not working lockstep with us, then we're not really doing the right thing by us or our clients. So we really look to partner with our trade partners as well as our clients to make sure everyone's bought in on what we're trying to do. And at the end of the day, that's to make sure everyone goes home safely in the way they came to work. And it's, again, not just a box we're checking, it's a way we live and a way we run our jobs. It's the first thing we talk about in the mornings with our trade partners, and it's the last thing we talk about as we're walking out the door to go home.
As we heard from both Mike and Ben, safety is a top value at Clune. It's the foundation of everything we do. It starts with wearing PPE on every project site and ensuring everyone, clients, trade partners, and business partners, does the same. We plan ahead, ensuring the right equipment, tools, processes, and materials are in place to execute the work safely and effectively. If we see unsafe work or conditions, we stop it immediately, because speaking up saves lives. Reporting incidents and near misses is essential. It's not about blame, it's about protecting each other and improving together. At Clune, safety isn't just a value, it's how we care for each other and ensure everyone goes home safe every day. The designated supervisor of the prime trade partner is responsible for ensuring that all their employees complete this training. This video outlines general safety requirements based on OSHA's federal construction standards. Safety requirements at your worksite may differ based on state, local, building, and owner-specific regulations, so be sure to familiarize yourself with any differences. After completing the course, print or take a screenshot of the completion certificate and bring it to your next Clune project. Present the screenshot or printed certificate to the project superintendent to receive a sticker. Place the sticker on your hard hat. It is valid for the specified calendar year, meaning this step only needs to be completed once per year for each employee. In addition to Safety 101, which is required for all trade partner employees, there are other courses available. Safety 102, Energy Management, is mandatory for those working in environments with additional electrical hazards, such as data center projects. Safety 103, Trade Partner Supervision, is required for trade partner supervisors. All videos are offered in both English and Spanish to ensure accessibility for all workers. Thank you for committing to Clune Construction's safety guidelines. Every step you take to comply with these practices helps protect not just you, but everyone on site. Let's work together to build safely and responsibly. Welcome to Clune Construction, and let's make safety the foundation of our success. Remember, safety is an ongoing journey that requires vigilance, communication, and a commitment to improvement. Stay informed, stay proactive, and always prioritize safety in everything you do. Together, we can create a safe and productive work environment for all.